Okay, now we're looking at the last clip that I have from the game against the Warriors. The Warriors are now in. Okay, actually, I want to take this back real quickly. So the Warriors are in a zone defense, and like I mentioned at the end of the last clip, when we have a lead, what we don't want to do is have a quick trigger and just shoot the first jump shot that we see. We want to work the ball around, use some clock, and more importantly, to set up real good shots, we want to extend them out and force them to come out and guard us far away from the basket. And when they guard us far away from the basket, what's going to happen is that you're going to see the high post be wide open. You'll see the back row come out, which will make the baseline runner open for layups. And it will also make it easier for our guards to drive past people to create space. So in this instance, you'll see that's exactly what happens, is that Trip is wide open because these guys had to come so far up. And Trip's going to go to the basket. And I'm going to give some advice to Trip because this is something that I've seen over the course of the season. It's just about angles on the layup. So Trip right here takes a dribble. And you'll notice right here, if he just went straight up, he'd have a great angle of the basket. But what he tends to do is take an extra step and get under the basket. And now he no longer has a great angle at the hoop. And you can see from that kind of far side, he's not able to use the glass. Almost goes in, but it's a tougher shot. So if I'm Trip, I'm trying to get into a position where I can get my shoulders square to that square on the backboard. All right, good defense. Love the way Brandon's out there pressuring, moving his feet, making the guard uncomfortable. Everyone else is out there getting their hands up, although I think we were a little slow to rotate that time. Good rebound by Trip. Eliab's going to push the ball. I like how he's going to the middle of the court, and that allows him to have a passing angle to Lawan, and that's a great pass. Eliab, great vision. Again, let's check to see if we wait for the screens, but we don't need to use the screen because Trip has boxed his man out. Again, I'd like to see Trip kind of take a dribble back into the guy to create a better angle at the hoop. But Lawan's doing what he did all game, and that's kind of eating up the boards, and he'll get a couple free throws for this. And Lawan shot the ball pretty well from the free throw line tonight. Probably made at least half of his free throws. So look, we're able to get the ball back after a miss. Trip's open. He's calling for it. And again here, Eliab, we're trying not to tee off at this point in the game. We want to work the ball around because we've got the lead. And so we want to give them as few possessions as possible and see if we can add points through layups. It's a situational thing, right? When we're up 26-5, like you see right there, we don't need to have a quick trigger or settle for long shots. We're going to make them guard us far away from the hoop, and then we're going to use that to our advantage to get great shots by the rim. All right, they're going to call a foul on us right there. He'll shoot a couple of free throws. I'm going to fast forward. Past the free throws, we get the rebound. I like how Brandon's dribbling up the middle of the floor. Again, the zone. And again, we're quick with the trigger there, and that's what we don't want to be doing in this situation. Again, they extend, and then that leaves Trip open right there. Yeah. So all sorts of stuff's opening up near the hoop because we're working it around and forcing them to come out and guard us. Nice save, Trip. I like that over the head shot right to Colton. Does that end up in points? Almost. All right, so we're in man. when we're man, what we're thinking about is always being able to see both the ball and the man. And we do that by putting our pistols out. And you can see we've been well trained over the course of the season. Eliab right now is seeing his pistols, and because he's seeing the ball, he's able to come over and help out. Brandon, same thing, and then closes out. Lawan, seeing ball and man, gets a hand up, and that forces a really inaccurate shot. So Lawan, great job coming out and contesting. Whenever we're close, we always want to get a hand up. We don't necessarily need to jump. In fact, especially if they still have their dribble, we don't want to jump, but always get a hand up. So Lawan, what you got to do there, and great you got the rebound, is always be in between your man and the basket on that inbounds play. Okay, they're going to call a foul, and that's the end of the third quarter. I'm going to fast forward to when play resumes again. Okay, here we go. So we're in man. Again, you see Creed with pistols. That's fantastic. Colton's all the way there. Now, Lawan, since the ball's all the way on that side, we want you all the way under the hoop, right? Seeing ball and seeing man. Remember, we draw an imaginary line through the center of the basket that goes down the middle of the court. And if the ball's on the opposite side, we want at least 1 foot on the other side of the middle of the court if we're on the weak side. So right now we're in between our man and the basket. All right, Ace. So Ace has drawn the tough defensive assignment. I think Ace is too far back. We want to be where we can touch the guy on his chest and not just sit back. So Ace, close that distance a little bit. So Creed's coming up the middle of the floor, which we like. And I like that he's going to keep going till someone stops him. And then you can always pull it back just like that and get the offense started. We don't have to shoot every time when we go, but we at least want to probe and make them come guard us. Great pass by Ace over to Colton. And then Lawan's there for the board as he just doing a great job. 2 rebounds, put back. That's Lawan playing big and strong for us. So I think at some point here, I'm going to tell Ace to close the distance. Again, we're kind of sitting too far back. Too far back. We want to be closer. Right? What I don't want a player to be able to do is just step into a 3 without the shot being contested. So we got to be close enough where if they pull up for 3, we can affect the shot. I think we're giving them more free throws, so I'm going to fast forward through that. Creed again coming down the court. Now, Creed, you're going to make someone. There you go. Yeah, the defense is set, so we swing it. It's a good open look, but again, up 20 late in the game, we don't need a quick trigger, is what I call it. We want to work it around, extend the defense, and then use the fact that they've extended to get to the hoop. So at this point, if you think about it, up 28-7 with 7 minutes left. Is it possible to make a comeback? Yes. Likely no. The only way that it could happen is if we give them a lot of possessions to do it. And so if we work the ball around, they're not going to have time to come back from 20 points down with 7 points left, or 7 minutes left. Good job, Ace, tracking down the rebound. Pull it back, get it to the middle of the floor. Oh, Lawan is kind of open here. If you got that, Lawan, you want to seal this man and get big in the middle of the paint. You might have a scoring opportunity from down low. See, we're in no rush. we're going to wait till they come out and guard us. There you go, Eliab. That's exactly what we're looking to do, is to get into the paint at this point and see if we can create a really good look, and we don't have to force anything. Now, Colton, what we're going to have to do is, in our muscle memory, just get used to the fact that when we catch the ball, we got to come to a 2-foot jump stop. Otherwise, they're going to get you for moving or dragging that pivot foot. So we're under the screen that time. We're still a little too far back, Ace. I don't think we've made the adjustment. Right now, if he wanted to, he could just rise up and shoot the three with no contest, which he's going to do right there. And he nails it, right? I mean, so you put a hand up, but since you were so far back, it didn't affect the shot. And, in the leagues we're playing in, we're going to face some real good players that can shoot the three ball pretty well. And so we never want to give up even a three without getting a hand up. So Colton makes a real nice move, gets in the middle. That's a great answer. Great drive, great finish. Okay, so again, we're in man. We're seeing ball, seeing man. We have the pistols out. Yes, Colton's there to help. He closes out, moves his feet, and I think they're going to give him a foul just because we leaned forward and brought the hands down at the end. But overall, real good job kind of closing out, sliding with your man, Colton. I'm going to, again, fast forward through the free throws. A lot of orange jerseys going to the ball. All right, let's see where this pass goes to. Yeah. See, if it was a close game, that might be a three that we take, but in this situation, we don't. Ball gets knocked away after making that drive attempt. All right, so late in the game, let's see if what we're thinking about on our inbounds plays. We wait for the screen to get set, and we don't signal where we're going to go. Oh, Lawan does a nice job of just noticing the guys playing behind him and putting his body into him. Good job, Lawan. Yeah, we're going to extend them out. Make them come all the way out and guard us, and that creates these driving lanes. Yep, we're in no hurry at all at this point. We're just winding down the game clock. I hear Zero really gets up into Brandon, plays some good defense. I think Brandon makes a move to his right, which, in my opinion, would mean that the 5-second count should have started over. But the way that rule is, just so you know, if you're being guarded closely on the perimeter and you're not making a move and someone guards you for 5 seconds, that's a turnover. Now, if you pick the ball up, your 5-second count starts all over again. So if you're being guarded, you're dribbling for 5 seconds, you pick it up, you get another 5 seconds. If you make a move and get past them, then that time resets. So again, we're going under the screen, Ace. We want to just stay up close to him, try to get over the top of the screen. And then this looks like these are the last 10 seconds or so before this video clip stops as we're winding the game down. So overall thoughts, right? This was a real dominant performance. We did a great job hustling on defense. We rebounded real well this game. And then, we did some things strategically that were in response to what they were doing. We didn't want to play into their hands. We wanted to play our game, and I think we did a good job of that. And that led to a big win. So good job, Tigers. We will talk again soon.